Hi, and welcome back to Your Autism Game Plan. I'm Joy Vanderlaan, a family nurse practitioner, a functional medicine specialist, and an autism mom. Today we're going to talk a little bit about inositol. So some things to make sure we don't get confused with about inositol are it is not inulin, that is different. It is not insulin, that is different also. Inositol is actually a supplement. It is found in some foods, like cantaloupe is really high in inositol. And it is really important with promoting communication, so cellular communication, so communication between cells. This has a really big function, but really big importance for things like neurotransmitters, hormones, growth hormones, that sort of thing. So since it's involved with all those things, it has a lot of different implications for our kids who have autism. Inositol is really helpful because, again, it helps with neurotransmitters. Dopamine, serotonin being two neurotransmitters that are really important for things like mood and emotional regulation, things that often our kiddos have a hard time with. It also helps with sleep, also helps with blood sugar regulation. And I've talked a little bit before about how blood sugar spikes and crashes can cause these mood changes or behavior changes, or make them display some difficult behavior. Just like when we're hungry, we get maybe hangry. If our blood sugar is not stabilized, then it's very hard for us or our kids to kind of have stable behavior and mood. I often use it for my patients who have PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome because it helps a lot with hormones and blood sugar balance. But I also use it a lot in my kids with autism, ADHD, OCD. It's really helpful for PTSD, all those kind of disorders that are associated with troublesome or difficult behaviors, neurotransmitter dysfunction or imbalance. So inositol can be really helpful for a variety of different conditions and symptoms. Inositol is really safe to use. Very mild side effects, usually GI related, so maybe a little stomach upset, nausea, something like that. Really only found at really high doses, like above 12 grams per day. And typically you're going to look at giving between 1 and 4 grams, maybe twice a day, sometimes a little higher, but we can really avoid a lot of the chance of side effects, mild as they might be, by starting with a low dose and kind of gradually increasing them so that we know our child will tolerate the inositol dose just fine. Many times I'll give it before bed as well, again, because it can help with sleep and kind of calm, it almost seems to calm nerves. And so it can be really helpful to give before bed. One really nice thing about inositol is that it's great tasting. It is naturally sweet, so usually I'll try and find a powder where the only ingredient is inositol, no fillers, no extra ingredients in there at all. And personally, my kids will just take it right off the spoon. The brand that I use, I can link below. It's 4 grams per heaping teaspoon, and I just put it right in their mouth, and they love it. It tastes like sugar. They love it. They swallow it, and they never fight me on it. As I mentioned, if you're going to try inositol, try and find a powder with nothing else in it, just inositol as the ingredient. You'll get a much more potent product that way. You'll have to give less volume of a powder or less capsules if that's what you choose, if it's just inositol and not anything else in it. The supplement brand that I use for inositol is Vital Nutrients Inositol Powder, and again, I'll put the link below to that. So just remember, if you're going to try inositol with your child, you can be assured it's very, very safe, and side effects can be avoided by starting at a lower dose and kind of ramping up. Goal dose for things like anxiety would be somewhere in the vicinity of about 4 grams twice per day. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope all my videos have been helpful to you. Let me know if there are topics that I haven't covered that you're curious about or that you'd like to know more about, and I can try and share some of my knowledge and expertise with you. Thanks again for watching, and remember, be gentle with yourself. You're doing a great job.